From the CAL Fire Information Center, I'm Daniel Berlant with a fire situation report for Monday, October 13, 2014. Firefighters were busy last week with nearly 100 new wildfires sparking across the state, due in large part to some hot and dry conditions in many areas. In fact, some areas even saw red flag warning conditions due to gusty winds, which further complicated the fight against those wildfires. But despite the unfavorable weather, firefighters continue to make great progress on the large wildfires burning across California, including the massive King Fire in Placer and El Dorado counties, which as of Thursday is now fully contained at just under 98,000 acres. The Dog Rock Fire, which started on Tuesday, October 7th in Yosemite National Park, was also contained over the weekend at 311 acres. Switching over to a statewide fire map, you can see there are currently 2 remaining major wildfires burning, which includes a new fire that started on Wednesday in Placer County known as the Applegate Fire. That fire sparked along Interstate 80 in the Applegate and Weimar areas and has quickly grown to over 459 acres. For the latest on the Applegate Fire, I'm joined by CAL FIRE Battalion Chief Scott McLean. Scott, what's the latest on the fire?
The fire is holding at about 459 acres, 80% containment. As of this evening, we expect to be 100% contained.
Now, the winds over the weekend, did those play a role in hampering firefighters' efforts?
Well, as you can see by the picture, this fire was wind-driven to a certain extent, long and narrow as it is. A couple days into the fire, the winds did subside. However, yesterday, we did get some red flag warnings over the fire area, which did promote some northerly winds, which we were prepared to deal with.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. That was Battalion Chief Scott McLean. Now, in addition to the Applegate Fire, firefighters on the Klamath National Forest in Siskiyou County are continuing to mop up and complete containment lines on the Happy Camp Complex, which has been burning since August 12th. According to the U.S. Forest Service, that fire is 97% contained to nearly 133,000 acres. Switching over to our fire weather headlines, last week we saw a warming and drying trend, which we aren't quite yet out of. In fact, today and tomorrow we're forecast to see those dry conditions continue across much of the state, with some areas seeing temperatures as much as 10 to 15 degrees above normal. We're also expecting to see some very high winds across much of Siskiyou and Modoc counties today, which has prompted the National Weather Service to issue a red flag warning due to high fire danger in that area. We could also see some winds in areas east of the Cascade Sierra Crest on Tuesday. As we move further into the week, though, we should see a gradual cooling trend and even some rainfall in Northern California starting Wednesday. Now, last week, CAL FIRE lost one of its own. Air tanker pilot Craig Hunt was tragically killed when the air tanker he was flying crashed in Yosemite National Park. Craig has flown air tankers with us for over 13 years, and his death is a huge loss to not only us here at CAL FIRE, but the entire firefighting community. As we end today and remind you to have a fire-safe week, please join me in a moment of silence for Craig.